Hello there, everybody. Hey, if you followed the channel for a long time, you know that we've done dad talks on the channel, kind of on and off, where I talk with members of the community. I talk with you about your accounts, about your Star Wars story, just have some fun conversations. It's kind of tough. It's been kind of tough over time to get those together, to organize them, find time slots that work for me and you to talk together. So, what I've discovered here just this last week is that we can do these dad talks on roster review streams. So, I've opened up voice chat on roster review streams. When people get roster reviews, you're welcome to come in and talk to me in voice chat in Discord. We can have a conversation about your account, about the game, about your Star Wars life, maybe even some dad questions in general. So I'm really excited about this. Here are the first couple that we had this week. I'm going to share these in the coming days. I'm really excited about this idea of having dad talks live on roster review streams with all of you. So here we go. Let's jump into the first two. Kyle Katar is in chat. Hang on, I gotta turn the sound off here, Kyle. 1 second. 1 second, Kyle Katarn. Kyle Katarn has joined chat on Discord, our very first live person to join us on chat for a roster review. Kyle Katarn, how are you doing today?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Not too bad. Sorry, I might be making fun of your voice, but I think you were just kind of cruising there. Kyle Katarn, tell me about your roster. Tell me what's going on here, man.
Well, you probably saw the Discord thing. It's a free to play, except those stinking light side bundles, the light speed bundles. I couldn't refuse, sadly.
I think the Lightspeed bundles broke a lot of free-to-play players. I mean, just absolutely made them come out, and they just had to get it. So you're not alone there, my friend. You are not alone. So is Kylo next for you then?
Yep, I think so. I work on his ship. His Kyron command shell is the last thing I need that I can get finalizer.
Hang on a second, I'm making a note here. We're gonna put a timestamp on this. You're the first one, man. I'm so happy. And you probably hit me up on Discord, but I haven't had a chance to look at anything yet, so yeah. So you said probably. What are your other options for farming other than Supreme Leader Kylo?
Probably I'm not too far away from Jedi Master Luke or Jabba. Probably just some star levels and some characters for Jabba or whatever. But other than that, I mean, not too close to much else. So, kind of between things right now.
Yeah, let me take.
We're gonna get Ben Solo at the end of this conquest.
Oh, so that'll be nice.
Have stuff. Yep, got stuff saved up for him. Get him straight to Relic 5 probably. All his Zetas and a couple Omicrons.
Well, you're looking good, man. I'm not sure that Leia wouldn't be a huge benefit for you too, but let me look at this. So with Luke, you've already got Captain Han and Rebel Officer Leia Organa. You got Lando up. So, how close are you? Do you have Jedi Knight Luke? I didn't look. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, you got Jedi Knight Luke. Okay.
Yep.
So what do you have left? So for Luke, there's not much left. I saw you were working on Mon Mothma, and Biggs, Wedge, Mon Mothma, R2, and Leia, and that's it, right?
Yep, 5 characters. So, probably do that next while I'm getting Finalizer up.
Okay.
And then... Yep.
Where are you in Grand Arena right now?
For this last month, I was in Kyber 5, but back to Erodium 2.
That's how it works, man. You go back and forth, and you get knocked down, then you climb back up again, and it's a struggle. So, hey, man. So definitely, you want to be farming the shards for Jabba in the background. Yeah, I see you're still working on Skiffguard Lando and Boushh Leia. So, what I would do for you is finish off your Luke and make sure you're farming all these shards for Jabba, Kersantin, Aurra Sing, even Embo when you get done with all that, because you need Embo on that team, and you'll be in really good shape to go Luke straight into Jabba, and then maybe you'll have some double drops coming for Leia after that, so you can go get Leia too.
Yeah, Leia's definitely keep my eye on Leia. She seems a little too good. Once the Datacron goes away, it'll be whatever. But I think she's still at least top 3 Galactic Legend.
Yeah, I don't know if she'll be whatever. I think that the Datacron is really good, but I think she's really good. I've had a lot of really good experiences with her without having... I got a Datacron, but it's nothing special, not like the ones I've seen. So she's in really good shape there. Let's look at your Separatist fleet. You know I go for that every time. What are you doing? Where's your Hyena Bomber?
I'm just trying to get caught up with all these other stuff I've got going on. Like, I had a plan, you know, I was gonna get Jabba, then Jedi Master Luke and everything, but those lightspeed bundles changed all my plans. I spend all my energy on getting tickets and stuff for Hooray.
Yeah, you know, the Lightspeed bundles almost doubled Capital Games' revenue for the month. Not quite double, but almost that month. They went from like usually 6 or 7 million, and they made $11 million in October. So you're gonna see more of them coming, I'm sure. But you're just not alone there. You're just not alone. The roster's looking good, dude. You're at 7.5 million. You got 3 Galactic Legends. Let's look at the mods in these guys. So you got an offense set on Rey. That's a health, and oh, that's a nice arrow on Rey. Health with 25 speed is pretty hot. And an offense secondary, kinda. Then the offense and the health. I like this. You know, health and offense, that's really the only way to mod Rey. So she comes out of that looking good. That's a good mod set. You should be able to stay in Kyber 5, I would think. Are your ships kind of... Well, your Separatist ship is hurting. It's not helping. And a 4-star executive, probably losing on ships is my guess.
Some of the times. It's mostly comes down to just, like, my opponents have too much. Like, they get... My last opponent had, like, 7 Galactic Legends, so, like, not much I could do about it.
Well, if you start getting characters like Fennec Shand, you know, she counters Lord Vader, or I'm trying to think of who, you know, if you see like Luke out there, he's pretty. Atreya will counter. Do you have Atreya Omicron on this roster?
Yes, only Gear 12. My Sith trio is only Gear 12, but like I said, I'm working on requirements for stuff, so I haven't had much time for them.
So the cool thing is you have a lot of potential here, a lot of stuff you can work on to really improve the roster. The challenging thing is you've got a lot of stuff to work on, a lot of potential, a lot of things to work on with the roster. So it's good stuff, man. The roster's looking really good. Is there anything you'd like to specifically ask about?
Well, maybe when to do Profundity, because I feel like another ship would help a lot for defense.
Okay, let's take a look. So we've got, you got Kyle Katarn up. Is that required? I think it is, isn't it? Not Kyle Katarn, but you bought with the pack, okay. So you got all these Rebel fighters you'd have to get up to go with it. I mean, I don't think, if you're going to do Luke and Jabba, I don't think Profundity is a bad idea to work on. The challenge is you got a lot of other stuff to work on right now, like the Hyena Bomber. You know, you don't have any Zetas on... Well, you don't have 2 Zetas on Grievous. Never mind. I was thinking that. And you've got to get Kylo done. So I would put Profundity on the back burner for a little while, because you also need to get your Executor to 7 stars, because it's at, what, 4 stars right now? Because you just got Executor, right?
A couple months ago.
I would probably prioritize, and I do this free to play, save up some crystals and get that Executor to 5, 6, and 7 stars. It's not very good at 6 stars, but 5 stars is good, 7 stars is good. I'd work on that, maybe saving some crystals there if you can. Being in Kyber gets you some crystals for sure. But yeah, you got a lot to work on, so I don't know if Profundity's in the immediate future for you, just because you have so much other stuff to finish. Like the Malevolence is really important to finish too, with that Hyena Bomber and the Vulture Droid as well. So I'd probably work on that before Profundity, which sounds a little bit crazy, but that's just 2 farms as opposed to farming, you know, 7 or 8 relic characters to get that Profundity done. So maybe do Luke and then Jabba, and then Kylo's got to be in there too. I just think Profundity is a little ways off for you as you get all those Galactic Legends done, and maybe you kind of focus on getting a strong front wall defense with those Galactic Legends, find some counters along the way you can do for Galactic Legends, and then go Profundity down the road. But if you start working Profundity now, it's going to put a lot of other stuff on the back burner for you, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was just making sure I shouldn't just...
Yeah. Because,
you know, ships... I know ships are important. Like, I wanted to get the Leviathan so bad, but I just could not. I don't have Malagus's ship, so wasn't anything I could do about it anyway.
Well, the roster looks good, man. You're in really good shape here. I'd love to see you add a little bit more speed on here. How fast is Commander Ahsoka? Let's take a look. She's at 330. That's pretty good. That's not that bad. Let me scroll down a little bit to some other. Let's look at the Revens. How fast are your Revens? They're okay. They're not great, but they're okay. But yeah, definitely keep farming those speed mods. I know you got a lot to work on here, but your roster's in great shape. You got Star Killer, you've got 3 Galactic Legends. I think a little more speed on the roster would help you hold on to that Kyber ranking for sure, even with your roster like it is. But get that Executor up and get that Separatist fleet farmed up while you're working on your Galactic Legends too. But yeah, you got a lot of work to do. But man, roster looks awesome.
Well, thanks for all the input. This is very helpful.
All right, Kyle. Well, thanks for jumping onto the first voice chat today, and good job on the Kahoot, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep. See you next.
All right, that was fun, man. That was a good time. All right, let's give it up for Kyle Katar, and a big round of applause for everybody as our first person to take the plunge and jump on there for a verbal roster review. Woo! It's Chris Hardy, everybody, our second person. Hang on, I gotta turn him up. Let me turn up Chris Hardy. Nobody heard that. Say hello, Chris Hardy.
How y'all doing, folks?
We'll turn him down just a little bit. Our second person to jump into chat. I love this. I think this is such. You know, when I was talking to Gerbil yesterday, and he was talking about. You know, we've done the dad talks a lot. I like this better than dad talks. I like this. I like the dad talks are good. I like being on stream and doing this we can actually have a back and forth. Corbin Dallas! I really like this idea, and we're going to continue this for a while and have some fun together with folks on here. So, one more word about Casey's Pizza. It's not very crunchy. It's like a loose. The crust is loose, but man, I love the taste of Casey's Pizza. And for gas station pizza, I think it's the best I've had. So. What's going on, Chris Hardy? What do we got? What's happening? What's shaking? Tell me about the roster. Tell me what you're looking for. What's going on?
Well, it's been a few months since the last review. I think it was just after I hit my 1-year anniversary in the game. We have since, as you can see, finished off SLKR there. I have finished off I've got my Relic 5 Wampus currently. And I have started on my Galactic Republic. I've got my Anakin up to Relic 4. By the time I get him up to Relic 7, I should be having a few of those Ahsoka pieces done, hopefully.
Commander Ahsoka, you mean?
What's that?
Commander Ahsoka?
No, just a regular Ahsoka.
Okay.
What is it? Snipes, as everybody calls her? Snips or something?
Snips would be yes, from Clone Wars.
Yeah. So yeah, it's coming along nicely, almost up to 3 million, and hopefully I can get up to 4 million and start that conquest or the Proving Grounds.
Yeah, you're 3 million right now, or almost 3 million. But you know, the Proving Grounds is such a big deal, and if you can find some bloat in here, I would you could bloat with Gar Saxon, Imperial Super Commando, Biston. I mean, some of these ships you really could bloat on. Your Geos. I don't think you can bloat 1 million, but you know, you could start thinking about that when you get up to close to like 3.7 million, stuff like that. I'd think about upgrading those ships and those crew members to get you to that 4 million mark.
Yeah, probably in a couple months or so.
I agree. Makes sense. So, with Galactic Republic, are you going to be looking at? You got some stuff for Rey here. So you did the. It looks like you did the.
I sullied myself when I did cave on that Galactic Rey.
But you didn't do the. Did you do the Radis pack? Yeah, you did.
That was the only pack I did. It was the only one that, to me, looked like a good value that I hadn't already did a good chunk of. Okay.
And so you've Relic 3 first order TIE pilot. So Kyla was all on your own then. It looks like.
Yep.
All right. Let's look at Wampa's mods. Tenacity, health. You don't really need a lot of speed, but I'm okay with that. I don't complain. Some health on there. It's okay. That's all right. So, do you have any questions or any answers or anything unique you'd like us to take a look at?
Not really at the moment. Like I said, I'm just kind of plugging along with the last review you did for me. We were pretty much on the same page. Like I said, I got my Wampa knocked out. Now I'm working on my Galactic Republic. Then it'll be Savage, and then my CLS team. Hopefully by then I'll have my Ewoks up, and I'll be good to have C-3PO and have that team fully prepared.
Yeah, hang on, Chris Hardy. Are you a Canadian?
I might be.
Because you said oat. Do you sit on the coach?
Well, I am kind of propped up against the wall while I'm talking to you here.
All right, Ace. So, hey, where are your watch shards? You have 0 watch shards.
I have 75 currently.
Okay.
So we're plugging along because I don't have my geos. That's one of the things in the first couple reviews you did. You're like, yeah, you really need to get those guys going. Thankfully, with the guild that I've had, they've been coming slowly, and it's allowed me to focus on those other core teams, as AP Games would put it.
Yeah, I never think it's a bad idea. Get your first Galactic Legend. You got part of that Ray bundle purchased. That's what I did on my my main free-to-play account. Is I got Kylo first, and then I got Gas, and I did all that stuff afterward. And not so bad here, man. You're in good shape as always. Your CLS team could use work. But you're working on Padme to get her ready for 4 million, right? That's your primary focus. Well, you got Kylo. It's not like you really need Padme for Proving Grounds.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Like I said, I'm working on that Padme team so that they're ready. Once they're done, I get Savage, and then I work on the CLS team. That'll be the next big one. Then I can start looking at like my Treya team that I've kind of got, but like I've got Dark Talon at 2-star. My Empire Trooper, he's at 6-star. Nihilus is getting up there. And then I can start looking at finally going after my Revens. That'd be a nice thing to do, but yeah, it's coming along nicely. It's gonna be a lot of those long farming days.
Right. Yep. Hey man, it's good stuff.
Of mods,
yeah, you're great. Let me look at some speed mods. How are your mods in general looking?
Oh, well, a lot of my mods need work. I was looking at it the other day, and I need like somewhere in the ballpark of like 100+ mods that need to be replaced.
Well, just start at the top, man. Just start with Kylo, because I saw like a 9-speed mod on Kylo. And, I mean...
Yeah,
I
he's
say
still not quite finished.
Yeah, so I say all the time. It's like, if you just work on Kylo, there's a 9-speed offense triangle. If you work on that mod just by itself first, you're going to be in great shape. And then work on the circle, then work on the just start farming a bunch of speed mods. And as you replace these mods, you move these down to somebody else. And you get the deal. So... You'll be in good shape here. You'll be in good shape. So, hey man, tell me your Star Wars story. How did you fall in love with Star Wars, or how did you find the game?
Well, like I'm a little bit younger than you. I grew up with like the Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back. Those were like currently coming on TV when I was a kid. I've got 2 older brothers, so we've all had like the toys. We've had the C-3PO and R2-D2, and I can't remember if C-3PO's legs and arms were supposed to come off, but I'm guessing that's supposed to be part of the Chupio character, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, I've grown up with it. I've grown up with the games. I played the original Battlefront on the PS2. And it's just been something that I've always loved. And when I saw the game, it was last year that I saw that. I know the game had been out for a long time. And I just, I was looking for a new game. I was bored with a lot of them. I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's give this a shot. And I really got into it. Awesome,
man. Awesome. Yeah, man, growing up during those original trilogies, I know a lot of people are jealous of that. Although, being old has its drawbacks. So.
It does, but it also has its benefits.
Yeah. Well, man, the roster's looking good. You're really coming along. I love your Kylo. I mean, I love the stuff you're working on. There's so much potential here, and that's a great thing for you to move forward in the game. But definitely keep working your mods. Work hard on those mods. And yeah, so I was gonna ask you this question: did you play Battlefront 2, the original one?
I did. That's what actually really kind of, between the first two, that's what got me into shooters. And from there, it evolved into the Call of Duties and my love-hate relationship with them. But that's another day.
Makes sense. I'm horrible at shooters. I should probably start practicing, but I have no time to practice anything.
Yeah.
All right, Chris Hardy. Well, thanks for jumping on voice chat, man. That's awesome. That's our second one today, and I really appreciate you, buddy.
Well, thanks for having me, Nooch, and keep up the good work.
Yeah, thanks for all the support for the channel, and you're a gentleman and a scholar. I don't care what Dragon Dow says about you.
Have a good one.
All right, you too. All right, there we go. There was our second person joining voice chat. That was great. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.